A make versus buy decision answers this question. Can I outsource a particular task and still get the same satisfactory results that I had before, but at a cheaper price? And a good example of this is what's going on, differences between Coca-Cola and Pepsi. The Wall Street Journal reported that Coca-Cola is getting a lot better results financially than Pepsi, partly because Coca-Cola decided to outsource their bottling and distribution process. They spun it out, they got rid of it. And what's happening is that they can focus on their brand and their marketing, be a lot more focused, have fewer distractions, a simpler company, and they're getting better results than Pepsi, who's kept their bottling and distribution and simply has a more complicated business model. So let's think about that outsourcing process. Here are some of the decision factors. First of all, is the cost lower? Is the cost lower for Pepsi to outsource their bottling? If so, that's a good starting point. But in addition, you're saving money on capital investments because now Pepsi doesn't have to have this huge infrastructure of buildings and trucks and machinery and people that they have to maintain. They outsource that to somebody else, and that becomes somebody else's problem. They've got fewer people to manage, fewer processes to manage. They also don't have any depreciation expense or repair and maintenance on machinery that is in the building. In a big production facility, given the scale of Pepsi, depreciation expense and repair and maintenance on machines can be a huge expense. So far it sounds like it makes a lot of sense to outsource the product, which would be a buy decision. So what are some of the drawbacks? Well, quality. Are you still going to get a quality process? Are you going to get the bottles in, the bottles meet your standards? Timeliness. Are you going to get the bottles on time so you don't have holdups in your production? And the third one is maybe the biggest, that is a qualitative, non-financial factor, is employee morale. Because if Pepsi decides we're going to outsource the bottling and distribution, the remaining employees may be worried, well, am I next? Are they going to outsource what I do? And employee morale may suffer. I've seen this over and over in businesses, that when businesses make the right financial decision to outsource a process or a service, they have to deal with the blowback from employee morale when they get rid of that process. The employees who remain may be upset. So these are some factors for a make versus buy or outsourcing decision.